The time is 20 to 5 in the morning, and I'm going to have to put it into first gear. Listen to this. Go, 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 go. Oh my God. 5 AM V10 sound check. Oh baby, we're good at Monaco! Well, good morning from the Eurotunnel, and a rather lonely start to this road trip because I'm here by myself. Now, as I am speaking, Sam is probably waking up somewhere in the south of France. He has already made the journey down in a nice, comfy Range Rover, the lucky. But the nostalgia continues on the Supercars of London YouTube channel because I am here with my manual Audi R8. And today we drive to Geneva because that is my stop-off point for today, where I'm picking Seb Delaney up and giving him a lift back to Monaco. So whilst I've approximately got 30 minutes or so before boarding, let me take you through my setup on a road trip that feels like I could have been doing this 10 years ago. The one big problem that I have is the Bluetooth connectivity and the B&O system that's in this car, because it only plays media from a CD player or an SD card. This is my mode of media. A portable Bluetooth speaker. It's the only way that I'll be able to get through the journey down to Geneva and Monaco, because, well, for the next 8.5 hours I'm going to be smashing French motorways and I cannot listen to French radio. So my companions for the trip include my portable speaker, obviously an iPhone charger that will be able to juice some battery into this, but also hopefully be able to keep my phone running. I've got a phone magnetic stand there, I've got my GoPro facing in that direction, and then I've also got my camera equipment, passport, and then these guys have hooked me up. You may have seen One Dot on TGE and Archie's YouTube channel or across Instagram, but they are the ultimate new product when it comes to quick detailing. And seeing as I'm going to be smashing this and getting a load of bugs on the car, I want to turn up to Geneva and Monaco in complete style and fashion. So they have hooked me, Sam, and Seb, and everyone else down in Monaco up with 4 bottles, a load of microfiber cloths, and I've bought myself a whole load of healthy snacks. So here's the R8 in its most bog standard form, other than the Quicksilver exhaust, but we are ready to rock. And first of all, I could probably get rid of some of this muck with the One Dot. Look at how quick that has disappeared. All of the gunk gone, and it smells absolutely divine. We were getting pretty low on fuel, but I have done a vast majority of the journey, a huge stint in the R8, which gave me a real sense of just how good that engine is and how efficient it is. And whilst it's a little bit windy where we are, hopefully I'll be able to head inside, grab some lunch, park the car up, and fill you in a little bit more on how the journey's been so far, how far away from Geneva we are, and also talk a little bit about my initial ownership experience and my honest opinion on living with this car. I am definitely feeling a little bit more human, as that car is feeling a lot fuller and heavier after I've just filled it back up. And on the dash is reading 515 mile range. From my house down to the Eurotunnel, it's 100 miles. And then all the way down to the east of Dijon, almost in the direction of Geneva, it's approximately 385 miles. So I've done nearly 500 miles to a tank, and I was still within 20-30 miles of the fuel light coming on. And we've stopped started at tolls. I've pulled over to go to the toilet, but I've done a massive chunk. And what that petrol is going to do is not only get me into Geneva, but it's also going to get me way down to Monaco as well. So I mean, how good does it look in its standard form, just sitting there like that? All right, here we go for the final stint. I have managed this journey so well, in my opinion. It really hasn't felt that bad at all. And when I went to bed last night, I saw my alarm for 4:25 a.m. I was like, oh my God, I've got 12, 13, maybe even 14 hours in the car. I'd given myself a little window just in case I came across any traffic. But here we go, the last 2 hours to get to Geneva. And it gives me the opportunity to talk in a little bit more detail about the R8 V10 as a car and how much I've loved owning it. But in the same time, hopefully in these last 2 hours, it'll be a little bit more interesting to look at visually, in terms of, hopefully we'll see some mountains. As I just creep past this lorry and get it back into cruise control at about 70 miles an hour, just to get going. There we go. This is where I've been for the last 6-8 hours in terms of my office. I've been making calls. I've been doing as much as I can whilst I'm out on the road, because it's actually relatively quiet in the cabin, and these seats, although they are 13-14 years old, are so comfortable, and the leather is so soft that I've just kind of hunkered down and snuggled into the seat. And then when you consider this speaker is, I don't know, less than 100 quid or whatever, it's actually served a very good purpose in terms of entertaining me. Now, the R8 is such a usable car, and when it launched, Audi said, here we go, the world's first everyday supercar. And yes, a lot of people argued that the 911 really accomplishes that so well, but this is such an iconic car for Audi in the automotive world, for creating a car that's got manageable power, that's got pretty minimal running costs that I've experienced in the V8 and so far in the V10 too. We've already discussed how cheap my insurance is on this car, and even today, driving down into Europe, I wanted to add a few more miles onto my policy. It was 30 quid. To add the aftermarket exhaust system to my R8 policy was £9.50. So, I mean, if you're looking for affordable performance, usability and reliability, touch wood, I'm not tempting fate there by talking about how good this car is reliably, then look no further. It's a GT car, not necessarily an everyday car that can compete with the modern stuff, because it's a manual. It is a heavy steering, aggressive car that you really need to wrestle. But it's a performance car, it's an everyday sports car, it's a GT car, and it would make a good daily, because the boot up front has got my rucksack in and a massive squishy bag that has all of my clothes for this week. So there's something to be said about how many boxes this car ticks, and just how cheap it is to run. And again, not tempting fate, but the reliability of R8s usually is very, very good.
Please. You can probably freeze frame on my face at one moment. I was like, well, this is a short-lived road trip.
Getting banned from Geneva on day one. Sounds good though.
Yeah, mate, it sounds amazing. Sorry, yeah, just a recap on that. It sounds incredible. Oh, I have no idea. Go straight and then we'll figure it out.
Should I just pull into this petrol station?
Yeah, I actually have no idea where we are.
We've got a matte grey Bentayga that's it's just gone round there, I was going to say.
Yeah, there's some nice cars rolling around here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going straight for now. So these are incredible road trip cars, aren't they?
Oh, the dream.
The only thing is the boot.
No, see, like you'll see, like my packing has been pretty bang on. I've got a rucksack and a big, not suitcase. It's like one of the squishy bags.
Because I've got like 2-3 suitcases.
Yeah. See, not many supercars.
I'm joking. I've only got a small little.
Oh yeah,
backpack
we'll need to put a roof rack on if we're going to transport you and suitcases down. Now, you did say that we were laughing at how we've gotten older, we're on medication, we're all broken, and we're trying to do a road trip.
Yeah.
I mean, tonight we are going out. I'm not editing, but we're going out. We're having some food. We're having a few drinks, and then tomorrow we hit the mountains. And we're actually going to listen to that exhaust a lot better.
I can't wait.
We're going to have the rocks to bounce off. We'll hopefully have some tunnels. It is going to be very, very good. But, I mean, I have been driving since 4:20 this morning, which,
you must be exhausted.
I've been doing 12 hours. I'm not too bad, but how did I know that? I've literally just got into the left lane before you've even said.
Yeah, pretty good.
As you can see, I'm still full of energy. And, I'm excited.
Yeah, and this, I think, will come alive also on those little, especially with the exhaust. I'm glad you've got the exhaust for this trip.
Yeah. It's the one thing that I had to do.
Yeah.
Everything else is stock.
But having the manual for you, and then I think it will really show how this car has those two characters, almost like a 911, which I know you love a good 911.
Yeah, I've mentioned a 911 in this video as well.
But, you know, showing that you can do the motorway drives. And you were saying the fuel economy was pretty good, right?
Unreal. I've got
for a naturally aspirated V10.
3/4 of a tank, and I've still got 345 miles of fuel.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's terrible in town.
Yeah.
But really good on the motorway.
Well, let's cut the video there then. Yeah. We've made it to Geneva. I've picked Seb up, and tomorrow the fun begins. I'll see you soon, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Was that lightning?
What, really?
Yeah. There's cars pulling over. Look at that.
Yeah. Like it's flooding right here. Whoa!
Oh, wow.